Thank you for believing in our vision and investing in the future of science and mathematics. Today, we also celebrate the beauty and wonder of our planet and reaffirm our commitment to preserving and protecting it for future generations as we commemorate World Environment Day. Yes, dear audience, World Environment Day is observed annually on June 5th. Is a global platform for raising awareness and taking action on pressing environmental issues. It serves as a reminder that we all have a vital role to play in ensuring the well-being of our planet. This year, the theme of World Environment Day is Beat Plastic Pollution, to refocus attention on solutions to plastic pollution. The day serves as a reminder that people's actions regarding plastic pollution are important. As we embark on this auspicious ceremony, we kindly request our chief guest, Shri Vivek Bhasin, to perform the sacred ritual of lighting the lamp. We are also delighted to invite Shri P. Govardhan, Shri C.G. Karadkar, Shri Dilip Singh, Ms. Inu Bansal to join our chief guest on stage for this auspicious ceremony.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतम गमय. मुझे असत से सत की ओर ले जाएं, अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर ले जाएं. हे निराकार निर्गुण परमात्मा, हमारे आसपास सकारात्मक ऊर्जा बनी रहे और हमारा संपूर्ण कार्य निर्विघ्न पूर्ण हो और हमें सफलता प्राप्त हो.
The gentle glow of the lamp signifies the illumination of minds, the awakening of intellect, and the celebration of learning.
धन्यवाद मान्यवर. आप सभी से विनम्र निवेदन है कि आप मंच पर अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें.
As the light spreads its radiance, let it ignite the spark of curiosity and ignite the passion for knowledge within each participant.
किसी ने सच ही कहा है, जिंदगी साइंस की तरह होती है. जितना एक्सपेरिमेंट करोगे, रिजल्ट्स उतने ही बेटर मिलेंगे. जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं कि विज्ञान एक चमत्कार है जो हमारे मन में कई सवाल पैदा करता है. इन सवालों के जवाब पाना इतना आसान नहीं है, लेकिन आज हमारे साथ ऐसे अतिथि उपस्थित हैं जिन्होंने अपना जीवन साइंस के एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करते करते गुजारा है और अपने जीवन में कई एक्सपेरिमेंट्स के कई रिजल्ट्स प्राप्त किए हैं. जिन्होंने औरों का पथ प्रदर्शन करने के लिए अपने ज्ञान की मशाल आज भी जलाए रखी है. तो ऐसे महान हस्तियों का स्वागत करने हेतु मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ परमाणु ऊर्जा शिक्षण संस्था के सचिव महोदय श्री पी गोवर्धन जी को.
Good morning to all. Shri Vivek Basin, Director RDDG and Director Nuclear Fuels Group BARC, Shri CG Kharadkar, Director Reactor Group, Shri Mehta Sahab, who is here to grace the occasion on this very important event. My senior colleagues from BARC who are here. Shri Ghosh Sahab is here. Principals from various schools. And I think if we have established the connection, all principals across the country who are joining us live through this program, teachers from all the schools, and of course the most important participants, students who have come from all over the country, from various schools of atomic energy schools today. On behalf of AES, I extend a warm welcome to all of you on this very important occasion. We are very happy to have Shri Basin. As you all know, he is heading the Reactor Design Development Group and the Nuclear Fuels Group of BARC. Today, to inaugurate this orientation program of JSO-JMO, and for accepting our invitation on my behalf and on behalf of the entire AES community. I thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion and making it a very momentous one. Before I go ahead, we would like to formally welcome our chief guest. Today is World Environment Day, so rightfully with a sapling. One of our students is doing the honors of welcoming Shri Basin. And we have our LMC chairman, Shri Kharadkar, who is also here to grace the occasion. So I take this opportunity to also welcome him on this occasion. And thank you for sparing your valuable time to be with us today on this inaugural program. Well, I would like to just share a few thoughts from my side. As you all know, JSO-JO program, as I see it and I consider it after understanding the historical background of this program, is one of our flagship programs. And it's important from many points of view. It has been in vogue since 2000, and today we are organizing program for all of you. When I say that it is important for many reasons, we in AES always believed, and we continue to believe, that we must inculcate the scientific temper in our students. We must give them enough opportunity and occasions where they can understand science in a better way, not just reading from books, but also with a practical approach. And we have been doing this since long, and of late we have been doing a lot in this direction. And various of our DAE constituent units like BARC and other units have been helping us in achieving this goal. But this is also one of the key purposes of this orientation program, what we call it Junior Science Olympiad and Junior Maths Olympiad. This particular program focuses on these 4 key subjects, and I am sure all of you will agree that today, if you have to go ahead to pursue any professional program in your future, these 4 core subjects are extremely important. Not that the other subjects are not important, they are also equally important, and we have been focusing on those subjects also in our curriculum. But then, while you develop this learning, the scientific approach, temper through these programs, what I have learnt is that this is just the beginning and a foundation program for all of you to embark on a longer and bigger journey. And that journey is to compete at a higher level after this program in the national level Olympiad, which is being conducted at various points in this country in all these subjects. So this becomes a preparatory ground or a starting point for all of you to prepare yourself towards that goal. While learning, understanding science in a better way, in a simpler way, is one of the goals, but we must also remember that we must try to compete. And when you compete at various higher level competitions, the important is not whether you won or not, but what you learned in that whole process. So that is very important. So I consider this program as a preparatory ground, a starting point for a longer journey for all of you. And for that, to achieve that goal, today AES is all prepared to support all of you in this endeavor. Well, you are going to work on this and achieve, but we are there to support you and provide you with whatever inputs and facilities. It won't be wrong on my part to say at this juncture that in the coming, after you complete this program, a 10-day program, and you go back to your centers, JSO, JMO should not be forgotten, right? We must always now start thinking about what next. And that is what we are going to do for all of you. All the 67 children who are here today, we are going to start thinking how we can support you to work and to prepare yourselves for any event that is going to come at a national level in the coming few months. I have already requested our academic unit to work on this, and maybe in early July we will be coming out with a program which will take you to the next level of preparation for that particular goal. So students, I like all of you to keep that lakshya in mind. This should not become just an event of the year, but it should become an event that will take you to the next level. Personally, I would like to share with you is that this school, when you are in school, this is the best time to learn, right? And once you graduate from school and go and pursue your interests, you will later on realize, like sometimes I realize when I sit with all of you, that schools were the best time where you could spend, you learn without any inhibitions, without any constraints. So please make the best of this opportunity. We have very accomplished faculty who are here to guide you in this direction, and please ask questions, clear your doubts here itself, and even if some of your doubts are not clear, you can always send a mail to academic unit. Head academic unit is here. He will definitely facilitate your the doubts which you have. So, with these few remarks, I would look forward to your active participation in our future initiatives and make this a truly learning experience and take this across to all your colleagues. Only 67 of you have come here, but then when you go back from here, please share the knowledge that you have gained here with all your colleagues of all your classmates. So as you know, it's just having knowledge is not power, but sharing knowledge is more powerful than just having knowledge. So with these few of my thoughts, I would like to wish you all the best for the next 10 days of this event, and focus, do well, and enjoy also the event. I am sure all of you are now well settled this time in your respective residence, and I am sure you will have a truly learning experience in these 10 days. With these remarks, I would like to thank all of you who have come here to grace this occasion, and once again welcome everybody who are here for this flagship program which I call of AES. Thank you. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
धन्यवाद महोदय.
A special message has been sent by our Honorable Chairman, Atomic Energy Education Society, Shri P. Venugopalan. Due to his busy schedule, he could not attend the program. So I request Shri Dilip Singh, Principal and Head Academic Unit, to read out his message.
Honorable Chief Guest of the day, Sri Bhasin Sahab, Honorable Secretary AES, LMC Chairman of Mumbai Schools, Honorable guests, Mehta ji, Joshi ji, Mr. Ghosh, all my dear colleagues, dear teachers, HMs and students, and invited faculties. Warm welcome once again, and a very good morning to one and all. I'm here with the message of Honorable Chairman, Dr. V.P. Venugopalan, to read out his message. It's an honor for me to share his thoughts. I quote, "My dear students, a very good morning to all of you who are participating in this orientation program for Junior Science and Mathematics Olympiad. I regret that I am not able to join you in person today at the inaugural function of JSO-JMO orientation program. Nevertheless, I am happy that I have this opportunity to address you through this message. First of all, I am happy that we have a very accomplished personality to be the chief guest of the function. Sri Vivek Bhasin, Director, Nuclear Fuels Group and Reactor Design and Development Group, BARC, has been kind enough to accept our invitation and spare his time to attend the function and bless you children. I thank him for the same. I would like to begin by expressing my hearty congratulations to all the students who have been selected to participate in this program. Your selection is a testament to your exceptional aptitude, dedication, and the hard work you've done. This achievement reflects your passion for science and mathematics. The Junior Science and Mathematics Olympiad is a platform that challenges you to push the boundaries of your understanding, to explore the realms of scientific inquiry and mathematical problem solving. It encourages you to think critically, to question the things around you, and to seek simple and innovative solutions to complex problems. I hope this orientation program, being conducted by committed faculties, will provide you with an environment conducive for nurturing your talent, honing your skills and unleashing your true potential. I look at your participation in this orientation program as a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. The knowledge and experiences you gain during this program will shape you as individuals and equip you with the tools to become future leaders and innovators in the field of science and mathematics. We all know very well that participation is not just about winning. This kind of programs will definitely help you learn collaborative way of looking at things and solving everyday problems. It teaches you about camaraderie. Therefore, I urge you to use this opportunity to foster the spirit of collaboration and camaraderie among fellow students. Your fellow participants may be your competitors, but they are also your companions on this path of discovery. I also want to remind you that this program is just the beginning. The skill, knowledge, and friendship you develop here will continue to shape your lives long after the orientation program ends. So please seize this opportunity with enthusiasm, curiosity, and an insatiable thirst for knowledge. Embrace the challenges, celebrate your achievements, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. We acknowledge that you are the future leaders of science and mathematics in our country. As you embark on this journey, make it a habit to dream big, work hard, and never stop learning. I take this opportunity to extend my gratitude to the dedicated faculty members, mentors, and organizers who have worked hard to make this program a reality. This unwavering commitment to education and their belief in your potential have laid the foundation for this experience. I and Sri P. Govardhan, Secretary AES, are immensely happy that AES has been able to organize this program with the help of Ms. Inu Bansal, Principal of AECS 5, as well as principals and staff of other schools. Finally, I once again take this opportunity to wish you a successful JSO-JMO orientation program. May this program lead you on a path of discovery and joy of unraveling the mysteries of science and mathematics. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for conveying the message of Chairman, sir. Today we have a distinguished scientist, Sri Vivek Bhasin, as our esteemed chief guest. He had the vast experience of more than 27 years in the field of reactor component designing and has garnered extensive expertise in the fields of reactor safety, structural integrity assessment, experimental and analytic fracture mechanics, and structural reliability. His contributions to nuclear science and engineering are exemplified by an impressive collection of over 300 journals and conference papers. Throughout his illustrious journey, Sri Bhasin has been recognized for his outstanding achievements. He has received several awards that include the Indian Nuclear Society Award in 2002, the DAE Science and Technology Award in 2006, and the prestigious Homi Bhabha Science and Technology Award in 2014. These honors testify to his profound impact and significant contributions to the field. May I request our chief guest, Sri Vivek Bhasin, to kindly step forward and distribute the books and equip our talented participants with valuable resources. I also request Sri Kharadkar sir to join our chief guest.
पढ़ना ज़रूरी है आगे बढ़ने के लिए, पढ़ना ज़रूरी है सफलता पाने, पढ़ना ज़रूरी है ज्ञान का चिराग जलाने के लिए, पढ़ना ज़रूरी है प्रेरणा पाने के लिए। इसी बात को ध्यान में रखते हुए हम आज यहाँ उपस्थित छात्रों को कुछ महान हस्तियों की किताबें भेंट करना चाहते हैं ताकि उनकी ज्ञान पिपासा हमेशा बनी रहे।
We have carefully selected a collection of books that cover a wide range of topics from fundamental concepts to advanced theories. These books have been curated to ignite curiosity, foster critical thinking, and provide a deeper understanding of the world of science and mathematics. These books will serve as a guide, a companion, and a source of inspiration for our participants. They will empower them to delve deeper into the realms of science and mathematics, unraveling the mysteries of the universe and solving complex problems. We are confident that the knowledge within these books, combined with the guidance and mentorship provided during this camp, will nurture a love for learning and fuel their passion for scientific and mathematical discovery.
जयसो जयमो एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम है जिसमें कक्षा 10वीं के छात्रों में विद्यमान वैज्ञानिक और गणितीय क्षमताओं के पोषण हेतु किया गया। वैज्ञानिक और गणितीय क्षमताओं के पोषण हेतु आयोजित किया जाता है। सर्वप्रथम इस कार्यक्रम का पहला ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम मई 2000 में 5 दिनों की अवधि के लिए आयोजित किया गया था। छात्रों की पहली बैच की उत्साहपूर्ण प्रतिक्रिया को देखते हुए अगले वर्ष से इस कार्यक्रम को 10 दिनों की अवधि तक बढ़ाने का निर्णय लिया गया। इस कार्यक्रम में शामिल होने वाले छात्रों का चुनाव पहले इनकी कक्षा 6ठी, 7वीं और 8वीं की वार्षिक परीक्षाओं में गणित और विज्ञान में प्राप्त अंकों के आधार पर किया जाता था। इस वर्ष केवल कक्षा 10वीं के छात्र ही इस कार्यक्रम में शामिल हो रहे हैं।
It is our pleasure to inform you that we have a total of 67 talented participants joining us from different centers of AEC schools. These individuals have gone through a rigorous screening test held on the 19th of April, showcasing their exceptional aptitude and passion for science and mathematics.
इस कार्यक्रम में शामिल होने वाले छात्रों के लिए कई सारी गतिविधियां आयोजित की जाती हैं, जैसे विज्ञान के अंतर्गत आने वाली नई नई संकल्पनाओं को सीखना और प्रयोग द्वारा इन समस्याओं को सुलझाना आदि शामिल है। आज इस कार्यक्रम में सभी परमाणु ऊर्जा केंद्रीय विद्यालयों से लगभग 67 विद्यार्थी अपने शिक्षकों के साथ यहाँ पधारे हैं। इन छात्रों के रहन सहन, खान पान, सेहत आदि का बारीकी से ध्यान रखा गया है। इतना ही नहीं, इस बार तो इन छात्रों की सेहत का खास ख्याल रखने के लिए योग भी इनकी दिनचर्या का हिस्सा बन गया है। सुबह 6:30 बजे से 7:15 बजे तक प्रतिदिन योगाभ्यास का एक सत्र रखा गया है। छात्रों की सेहत के प्रति परमाणु ऊर्जा शिक्षण संस्था द्वारा उठाया गया यह कदम सराहनीय है।
We believe that a healthy body and mind are essential for unleashing one's true potential. The inclusion of yoga in our camp schedule will not only energize and revitalize our participants, but also instill in them a sense of balance and inner harmony. These yoga sessions will serve as a foundation for their overall well-being throughout the camp.
योग के साथ साथ इस बार एक और नई बात इन बच्चों की दिनचर्या में शामिल की गई है और वह यह कि योगाभ्यास के साथ साथ इन सबको अपने पढ़ाए गए विषय को भी प्रतिदिन पढ़ना होगा, क्योंकि प्रतिदिन इनकी एक टेस्ट आयोजित की जाएगी। बल्कि हम यूँ कह सकते हैं कि छात्रों की दिनचर्या योग, भोग और टेस्ट से शुरू होगी। छात्रों की जिज्ञासा हमेशा बनी रहे, विज्ञान के चमत्कारों से वे प्रभावित होते रहें, इसलिए इन छात्रों के लिए नेहरू साइंस सेंटर में भी एक विजिट रखी गई है। धन्यवाद। धन्यवाद मान्यवर।
May I now request our LMC Chairman AES, Shri Chandrasekhar Karadkar, to share his wisdom and insights with us. Sir, we are eager to hear your thoughts and look forward to your inspiring words.
Director RDDG and NFG, Shri Vivek Basin, Secretary AECS, Mehta Sahab, principals of various schools, teachers, and my dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Today I wish to share with you, some of the very important facts of life which, we learned at the very hard way. I want to tell you that education is not about, it's about creating an ability to think and not mere, learning of facts. Be curious about everything that you see and learn. Never accept anything that is taught to you unless you merit it with your own logic. Everything that is told to you has two components. One is very open and evident, and the another one is somewhat hidden. And one which one has to understand with its own logic, or some guru has to really explain it to you. I'm sure you all remember the famous equation of the gravitational field. It is the famous inverse square law. As a young boy, I used to wonder, why it is inverse square law. Inverse was obvious, because as you go away from any object, the field is likely to diminish. But why square? Why not cube? Why not only inverse? Well, it took me some time to realize that, that if you are, it is only a modeling problem. If you are sufficiently away from any object, any object can be treated as a point source. And then the wavefront it emanates is a spherical one. As surface area of the square increases with the radius, square of the radius, and that's why the intensity drops by inverse square. So these are some of the things that you have to learn and understand by yourself. And or as I said, some guru has to explain it to you. Once you understand these things, you will understand the limitations of these laws also, which are not really told to you right at the outset. A very interesting story, I remember at this occasion, which I thought I should share with all of you, which is very, very pertinent to this. I might have said the story earlier also, so some of you people may be really aware about it. This is about a question being asked in the University of Copenhagen physics department, that using a barometer, how do you find height of a building? Most of the students answered that yes, we'll measure the atmospheric pressure on the ground floor and we'll take the barometer to the terrace, and again I'll find the atmospheric pressure. And the difference between the two will be proportional to the height of the building, and all of them got very good marks also. But there was one student who answered it in altogether different way. He said, I'll tie a rope to the barometer and lower it from the terrace till it touches the street. Then I'll make a marking on the rope. I'll pull back the rope, I'll measure the length of the rope, I'll measure the length of the barometer, add the two, and I get the height of the building. The professor, the teacher who was teaching the relevant subject, was very annoyed with the student. He said, you have answered the question, but you have not used any principle of physics or mathematics, so I'm not going to give you any marks for this. Well, the student said, I've answered the question correctly, and I deserve full marks for it. There was a lot of haggling between the student and the teacher, and finally they decided that a senior professor from the university should come and arbitrate. So a senior professor was called. He said that okay, I'll interview the candidate and I will let me see whether the candidate is having enough knowledge of physics or not. So he called the student. He said that yes, you did answer the question correctly, but however you have not used any principles of physics or mathematics. The student said, using principles of mathematics and physics, I can answer these questions in 4 or 5 different ways. The professor was amazed. He said, yes, please go ahead and explain yourself. He said, I'll take the barometer to the terrace, and what I'll do is, I'll drop it from the terrace. When it hits the ground, I'll measure the time. Okay. Once I know the time, using Newton's equations of motion, I can find the height of the building. Professor said, yes, right. Go ahead. Maybe he said on a sunny morning, what I will do is, I'll measure the length of the barometer and measure the length of the shadow of the barometer. At the same time, I'll go and measure the shadow of the building. And using similarity of triangles, I will know the height of the building. Professor said, yes, fine. What next? He said, maybe, I'll tie a rope to the barometer and swing it like a pendulum. Knowing the length of the pendulum and knowing the time period, I can always find the value of G on the ground floor. I'll repeat.
पढ़ना जरूरी है ज्ञान का चिराग जलाने के लिए.
Again, I find the value of G, and then I'll use the Newton's equation of gravity, and then I'll find the height of the building. Professor said, yes, good. What else? He said, maybe I'll tie a rope to the barometer and make the height of the rope and the barometer equal to the height of the building. And then I'll swing it like a pendulum, and knowing the time period and the value of G, I can always calculate what is the length of the pendulum. And since the length of the pendulum was equal to height of the building, I will be able to find height of the building. He said, yes, good. What next? He said, maybe, I can carry the barometer through the emergency staircase and keep on marking on the wall barometer heights. Then the number of barometer heights into the height of the barometer gives me height of the building. Mind you, the student gave 5 or 6 different answers, answering the same question using principles of mathematics and physics, but did not give the answer which was expected of him. The professor was absolutely amazed, and he said, yes, gentlemen, I am absolutely satisfied that you have a very good knowledge of physics, and I am going to award you full marks for your answer. But I'm curious to know as to why you did not give the expected answer. After all, I know you know the answer. Well, the student said, yes, I know the answer. He said, I'm just fed up with these teachers who are trying to tell me how to think rather than teaching me structure of the subject. Teachers should teach structure of the subject, and they should leave the students to use this structure of the subject to solve their practical problems in life. So this is the message which I want to actually give all of you, that education is not about just learning facts. It is about creating an ability to think. Just remember this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and motivating speech. Your words have left a lasting impact on us and have truly inspired us to strive towards excellence.
कहते हैं मार्गदर्शन सही हो तो एक नन्हा सा दीपक भी किसी सूरज से कम नहीं। मैं निवेदन करती हूँ माननीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय जी से कि आप कृपया मंच पर आए और अपने अनमोल विचारों और अनुभवों को साझा कर छात्रों का मार्गदर्शन करें, उनका उत्साहवर्धन करें।
Thanks and good morning to all. Respected Shri Govardhan, Secretary AEES, Shri Karadkar, Chairman Local School Management, Shri Dilip, Professor Bansal, the Principal of Atomic Energy School number 5, Principals, and also we have a very honorable personality, the former Director of Reactor Group, Shri S.K. Mehta amongst us. We are very pleased. He is from first batch, in fact he is the first batch of BRC Training School, and principals of the college, and there are senior scientists, Dr. Sunil Ghosh, and most important, heartiest welcome to dear students. And Mr. Govardhan was explaining me, you are from different DAE townships all over, spread all over the India, not only Trombay, that is I think Kalpakam, Tarapur, Rawat Bhata, Kaiga, etc., etc. Now, as has been told here, this is basically a preparatory ground for Junior Science Olympiad and Junior Maths Olympiad. Now, from this onwards, you will be preparing for the national level and then international level and finally to International Mathematics Olympiad or International Science Olympiad, which is I think after 11th, somewhere between 11 to 12 standard. Now basically, why do all this thing? Appearing in such exams, right from this preparation, inculcates a very logical thinking in your minds. See, believe me, this full International Mathematics Olympiad or International Science Olympiad, which is after the 11th, somewhere between 11th and 12th standard, is considered as toughest exam anywhere in the world. And they basically dwell upon basic fundamentals. Say if you take mathematics, none of the applied subjects are touched like calculus, matrices. Although you might not have heard some of these terms, you are from 9th standard, you will be hearing this as you go to 10th and 11th, etc. It is basic fundamental mathematics like number theory, geometry, projective geometry, equations, inequalities, combinatorics like probability, factorials. These are the basic things you study. From this basic minimum, what best one can determine or unlock the secrets of the world, that is the basic stress for this type of exams. No doubt applied tools like calculus, differential equations, matrices may make your solutions compact, but the fundamentals basically make you very strong. So this has been the premise. With this, I believe in 1959, first time the International Maths Olympiad, among the sciences, first was the International Maths Olympiad, which was held at Romania. And people all over the world, they participated and have been doing since then. Now, many of these people who have done well in these exams are such that they bring out a thought, they inculcate the thought process and bring out your hidden thinking capacity. So many of them have gone to become very famous mathematicians. Some of them have went on to win the Field Medal Award. Field Medal is something very equivalent to Nobel Prize in sciences like physics, chemistry, biology. So in mathematics it is called Fields Medal. So such is the importance of these exams. Now, another example I will give why sitting in these exams, because merely sitting in exams will not lead us to anything. We have to develop this process. See, somewhere in many years back, the Cambridge University in UK started mathematical tripos, which is still considered as the toughest mathematics exam anywhere in the world. And it is at graduate level. It is beyond, it is at university level, not pre-university like Maths Olympiad. So it is so tough that the people who have topped or were at high ranks, they are very, very well-known personalities. The first rank holder in that mathematical tripos is called Senior Wrangler. And some of the senior wranglers, I'll give the names you might not have heard, some of the names you might have heard, but their contributions are very immense. Like one of them is Airy. He went on to develop the mathematical theory of elasticity. Stokes, who made pioneering work in the area of fluid mechanics and also in the vector calculus. Like Stokes' theorem is very popular in maths. You will study probably this in higher classes. Then we have Rayleigh. Rayleigh made a pioneering contribution in the theory of sound and also the wave propagation in the media and Rayleigh scattering. That is why the sky looks blue. It was basically the Rayleigh who, from the Rayleigh scattering, air is transparent, but why the sky should look blue, that was explained by Rayleigh for the first time. And then theory of sound was his pioneering contribution. Then we have Cayley, that is, I think you will study in next class. Cayley-Hamilton theorem is a very popular theorem in the matrices. Then we have Arthur Eddington. See, Arthur Eddington was a very brilliant experimental physicist, and he became very famous because after this Einstein gave general theory of relativity. He was the first man to show experimentally that it is correct. The measurements were carried out during a solar eclipse, that light is bent as it passes through a high gravitational body like sun in this particular case. Then even the people who were not senior wranglers at second, third or fourth rank were also very popular. I'll tell you the names, some of them you had heard. Sir J.J. Thomson, who discovered the electron. Then James Clerk Maxwell. He was very well known for theory of electromagnetics and also thermodynamics. Then we have Lord Kelvin. This in chemistry and thermodynamics you come across is a very popular name. Then of course Green, this advanced mathematics you will say Green's theorems are there. Then of course among the Indian, the very famous person is the only Indian who became senior wrangler is Professor Jayant Narlikar, who is a famous, this is the only Indian who has passed this, or rather topped this exam. Then G.H. Hardy. G.H. Hardy, I think you would all hear or will hear, he was also the guide to Ramanujam, who is the famous pure mathematician from India when he went to Cambridge. He worked with the G.H. Hardy. So this is the caliber when it comes out, when you participate in these exams. Why? See, people are generally very brilliant. You have to apply yourself to unlock the secrets, and these people, by participating in such fundamentally oriented examinations, they inculcated their thought processes and brought out the very wonderful secrets locked within the nature. I'll give you two examples. Isaac Newton developed entire mechanics from three fundamental laws, that is law of inertia, law of momentum, rate of change of momentum, and law of action-reaction, and also the gravitational law, universal law of gravitation. These four laws, he developed entire mechanics, and the same very mechanics is used till date. I mean, it was so comprehensive. So just from very few fundamentals, you should be able to develop the entire structure of a given branch of science. Second example, in very old ages, Euclid. He developed 5 axioms on points, straight lines, etc., curves, and then a parallel line theorem, which is very famous, of course. From those 5 axioms, he developed entire planar geometry. In fact, that monumental work is running into 13 volumes of which is called Elements. So, I mean, the fundamentals are very few. It is your thought process which will inculcate in you this thought process which will inculcate how to develop it further. Now coming to this particular, this was the background which in future you will be going. Coming to the present, Atomic Energy Education Society has developed camp.
On the terrace.
Organizing this particular preparation camp or orientation program. It's a basically preparatory camp, you can say, for the Junior Science Olympiads and Junior Maths Olympiad. So these are basically essentially somewhere 9 to 10 standard level. See, it is important to develop thought process. You should not get bogged down by the complex jargons of the scientific and mathematical terminology. You must, whatever be the standard, if a person can think, he can think to any level. Now, the idea in this camp is to stress, to develop advanced thinking capability in the area of maths and science. That is the main motto behind this. In your 9th standard, or you will be reading in 10th standard, you would have gone through basic algebra like solution of equation, simultaneous equation, ratios. In geometry, you would have read, of course, straight lines, parallel lines, triangles, circles. Now, problems, fundamentals remain this only, if you talk of maths. Knowing this, you can solve, to what extent one can solve the problem, that is the basic caliber. Say, for example, all of you know, in a circle, if we draw a diameter and make a triangle inscribed in it with diameter as one of the base, the angle opposite to that is invariably 90 degrees, no doubt. Now, using this, just this principle, you can solve many, many advanced problems. If you see the papers for Junior Maths Olympiad, many of the problems will be derived from this basic fundamental. Nothing new. It's your thinking capacity which is to develop this, which is very important. Like solution of equations, quadratic equations. You have studied this. So using quadratic equations, you can solve many, many complex problems which are looking very complex but can be solved very elegantly. The reverse is also true. Some of the problems are very deceptively simple, but they really require advanced thinking. You have read about the area of circles, squares, parallelopipeds, etc. Parallelograms. Now, this is very trivial. Now, finding part area intersected by some complex curve will require these fundamentals only, but you have to think how to derive those. So that is the stress which will be laid during this particular this training camp. So it is not only maths, although I spoke many examples from maths, but also physics, chemistry and biology. I also understand there will be number of interactive sessions with the lab, and the school teachers from Atomic Energy Central Schools, they will give the lab demo. There is also a visit program to Nehru Science Center. You please go through that and observe all the exhibits there very carefully, try to understand. In fact, these practical aspects will lead to broadening your horizon. So that is one of the most important part. And needless to say, Atomic Energy Education Society and all the school teachers, principals of Atomic Energy Central School in Trombay, then Chairman LSM and Shri Delhi, they all deserve very special appreciation for organizing this program, and also a very special appreciations to all those who will be giving lectures or undertaking enrichment sessions during this program. So many best wishes to all the students. Try to derive maximum out of this. Good luck to you. Thanks.
धन्यवाद सर आपके प्रेरणादायी विचारों के लिए। सर आपसे निवेदन है सर, बस इन सर आप कुछ पलों के लिए वहीं बने रहें। आइए इस पल को यादगार बनाते हैं। मैं निवेदन करती हूँ संस्था के सचिव महोदय जी से कि आप इस अवसर पर माननीय मुख्य अतिथि जी को एक स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। ये लम्हा कुछ खास है, ये लम्हा कुछ खास है, इसमें यादों की बारात है, जो हमेशा याद दिलाए ऐसी खास सौगात है।
Sir, it is a small gesture that carries immense significance, representing the admiration and gratitude we feel towards you. Through this token of love, we express our profound thanks for your guidance, support, and inspiration.
धन्यवाद मान्यवर।
Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. As today we commemorate World Environment Day, let us embrace this opportunity to ignite a collective commitment towards protecting our precious environment. I like to call upon Kadak Rao to deliver the oath, and let us open our hearts and minds as we unite in reaffirming our pledge to protect our environment and plant the seeds of change. I request all of you to stand and take a pledge on this World Environment Day.
Environment Oath. I realize that every mature tree by photosynthesis absorbs 20 kg of carbon dioxide every year. By the same process, each tree lets out about 14 kg of oxygen every year. I will plant and nurture 10 trees and will ensure my parents, my sisters and brothers plant trees, and my neighbors also plant 10 trees each. I will be an ambassador for tree mission in my locality. I will keep my house and its surroundings clean and use products which are biodegradable to the extent possible. I will promote a culture of environment friendliness through recycling and conservation of water and other recyclable materials, both at home and school. When I take a professional career, I will take decision with respect of organizational processes which protects the environment and preserves the biodiversity. I will encourage the use of renewable energy to the maximum extent possible. I will spread the awareness about the need to preserve the environment in my home, in my locality, and among my student friends. I will engage in water conservation, especially by rainwater harvesting, and spread the message in my family and friends. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Kanak. Together, let us strive to protect our environment, plant trees, and create a world where nature flourishes and generations to come can thrive. Let us remember that the power to make a difference lies within each of us.
अपना कीमती समय निकालकर आपने दिया हमें इतना सम्मान। अपना कीमती समय निकालकर आपने दिया हमें इतना सम्मान। आप सभी का इसके लिए दिल से बहुत बहुत आभार। अब मैं परमाणु ऊर्जा केंद्रीय विद्यालय 5 की प्रधानाचार्य महोदया सुश्री इनो बंसल जी से निवेदन करती हूं कि आप कृपया धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करें।
Good morning, everyone. Before I start my vote of thanks, I think when Chairman Kharadkar sir delivered his speech, he mentioned about one of the student who was asked a question to answer about the height. And can anybody guess the name of the student, or you have heard this story before, so you know the name of the student, who he was? The name of the student was Neil Bohr. So he was Neil Bohr. And now I continue with my duty, that is to propose the vote of thanks. Science is a way of life. It is a perspective, a process that takes us from confusion to understanding in a manner that is precise, productive, and reliable. It is a transformation that is empowering and emotional. Distinguished guests on dais, my dear colleagues, teachers, and students, I am here to spell out words of thanks to all those who were invisible hands in the making of this prestigious event. Orientation program for Junior Science Olympiad and Mathematics Olympiad is one of the many flagship projects of Atomic Energy Education Society. It is an effort made by AES in which we strive to tap the immense potential of the young minds, to raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination. And AECS 5 Mumbai is immensely happy to carry out its responsibility of being the organizer for the 22nd JSO-JMO orientation program, and to provide the stage for the students to interact and learn from wide variety of experts. On this present occasion, we are extremely privileged to have with us as a chief guest Shri Vivek Bhasin, Director Reactor Design and Development Group and Director Nuclear Fuel Group's Bhabha Atomic Research Center. Sir is a tower of strength, a man of serenity, simplicity, and sincerity, who shows great care and concern towards our students. His humility, kindness, and benevolence speak volumes about his greatness. Our sincere thanks to you, sir. Your presence encourages us. We thank our patron, Dr. V.P. Venugopalan, the Chairman, Atomic Energy Education Society. Though he is unable to be present here today, we are grateful for his visionary guidance and support. And we assure you that the purpose and the mission will be successful.
Atomic Energy Education Society has
To conceptualize and shape goals and mission and bring them to the visible form is possible only through meticulous planning, integration of resources, proper direction and control. The responsibility of conduct of this orientation program of JSO-JMO for the young talent of ACS schools was taken up with great vigor by our beloved Secretary AES Shri P. Govardhan. Sir, with your dynamic personality and your passion for working at the grassroots level, we are sure that our goals will be achieved. Thank you so much for motivating us and being with us at every point of planning and organizing for this program. Warm thanks to Shri C.G. Kharadkar, Director, Reactor Group and Chairman, Local Management Committee. Thank you, sir. Your presence here is our strength. A warm thanks to Shri Mehtas and Shri Ghosh, sir. Sir, we are really blessed by your presence. Sincere thanks to all the principals here, principals of Atomic Energy Center Schools and Junior College Mumbai for their cooperation and valuable support throughout this journey. We take the pleasure of this opportunity to thank Head Academic Unit Shri Dilip Singh sir for his timely guidance and direction. We are grateful to the Principal AJC Mr. Ramchandran and Principal ACS4 Shri Santosh Jadhav sir for arranging laboratories and resources so that the practical sessions for the students can be held conveniently. Thanks to all the expert faculty members who, despite their busy schedules, showed keen interest to meet young and fresh minds and enlighten them with learning. We also convey our thanks and gratitude to all the senior officials of BARC, HBCSC, and other units of DAE who are directly or indirectly guiding us and extending their full support to make this program a reality. Thanks to BRC Yoga Club members also for conducting daily yoga sessions for our students, which I am sure will immensely benefit them. Behind every successful program lies the manifold efforts of the committed faculty. A big thanks to Deputy Head Academic Unit Shri Tarun Kush, Shri G. Balakrishnaiah, Vice Principal School 5, Shrimati Rajni Agnihotri, Headmistress School 5, and other members of the organizing committee for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks and toiling beyond their comfort zones. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the Senior Account Officer, Shrimati Jyoti Pente, and her team for guiding us in the financial matters involved in organizing such a big event. And at the end, I would like to thank all the participants and the escort teachers who have come here from different corners of the country. We assure you that we will make all efforts to ensure that you have a fruitful and enriched learning experience, and this program will be a memorable event for you all. Always remember the words of A. Mill, who once rightfully said that you are braver than you believe, you are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. So in the end, I thank everyone present here. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for gracing us with your insightful and heartfelt vote of thanks. Your words truly encapsulated the sentiments and appreciation of all of us. Now I request all the participants, audience and our dignitaries to join for the high tea. Dear participants, an announcement for all of you. As we are running short of time, you are requested to have your high tea as early as possible and assemble back here so that we can start our first morning session.